crypto. How's everybody doing out there? I hope you're doing well. Tonight, we have the return of Smooth and Crypto. Looking forward to this one. I haven't spoke to Smooth in a good few months, and I think just chatting in the green room. He hasn't been on a stream for a few weeks, so we're going to find out hopefully something about Buildify. Another thing is hopefully that we will have one of my Blaze teammates, Rich or Utah, show up and we can maybe divulge some details of what we've actually been working on. So I heard part of the Titan X spaces on Sunday, and it seems that there is a lot of things happening in ecosystem. Steve DeFi's looks like he's got some things cooking. Oren coming from Shadowy. Uh, Buildify will be releasing more and more details, and we will have the first real build on Blaze protocol launching. Although no details of that are even public as yet. So let's see where we're at. Smooth and Crypto, how you doing?
Doing awesome, man. Happy to be here.
It's good to see you again. What have you been up to? We haven't chatted for a few months. You've been in the trenches, working real life, working crypto. What have you been up to?
Yeah, a lot of real world application, if you will, but working on my franchise, working on the house flipping. We just got permits for one of two of our houses, so we're finally able to start on that. But other
Sorry,
than
hold on a
that,
second. What does that mean? That because what flipping houses, ban selling houses? What is a permit for?
so a permit is for being able to legally work on the house. So there's certain stuff if you're not changing a floor plan, changing the roof structure, you don't really have to get a permit. But if you're
Okay,
going a
okay.
major change you have to get a permit that says, "Hey, you're okay to do this specific design." So you can imagine how much hoops and hurdles you got to fight to get something like that. But it's finally done. It took almost a year to get it.
Yeah, now I do know what you're talking about. It's like we call it putting in a planning application over here. So when you said permit, I didn't really know what that meant, but it's like yeah, it's the same. It's the same over here in the UK and Ireland.
Hmm.
You've got to put in if you're not changing the structure, or if you are changing the structure or you're changing the out like how a building looks from the outside, you have to put in a planning application before you can do any work. So yeah, you must that kind of stuff must keep you quite busy as well, does it?
Yeah, it's a lot of back and forth, a lot of emails, a lot of resubmitting of plans and stuff like that. So it's just grueling, and the amount of communication is really slow. And it's individuals dealing with government at the end of the day.
Yeah, I know man. I'm in the middle of that. So I bought a new house in March. We moved in at the start of March, and it's a big three-story Victorian house, and it's about 100 years, 120 years old. And we
Wow.
weren't going to do. We decided we weren't going to do much work. We're going to just move in and enjoy it, live in it. But we were only in a couple of months or like 2 months, and we decided, right, we'll start doing a little bit of work. And man, whenever we started, it was just like one thing led to another, led to another, led to another, and we're still like there's like 11 rooms in the house that are in the middle of getting work done to them.
Hmm.
So
You're
it's
just living in
yeah,
a construction site. I
yep,
totally understand that. That's
yeah.
hilarious. Well,
Oh,
it's a 120-year-old house, so Utah.
Utah, how's it going, man?
Hey, what's up? Hey, Smooth, what's up, man? Good to see you. Glad you
Appreciate
could make it. You know what? We'll count it. That's good. That's good enough for me, buddy. It's
it.
good enough for me. You couldn't make it on Saturday, but you made it on Tuesday. Good enough for me, man. Let's go.
Yeah, I appreciate it, and I'm trying to make an effort here. Like, I need the momentum, right? So I come here, we have a great time, we have a great weekly blaze, and I carry that momentum through the week. I'm gonna try to get that.
So what have you've obviously been working away in the real other like the property business, your own franchise. What about on the crypto side? What have you been up to in the background there on the crypto side? I know you're part of the six pack. What have you got going on there?
Yeah, so it's been a lot of testing and discussing and long calls with the Buildify team. That's been pretty much my sole focus in crypto for a while now. And obviously, I have Flare and things are coming with that. But Buildify kind of took a front seat, if you will, on the priority list. And so it's been, you know, 5 of us, 6 of us just grinding on this thing. And it's been a process, but I'm happy that we're coming closer to, you know,
You'll get there eventually.
yeah,
Um,
always
but it's
later, it's later rather than sooner. I've realized.
Yeah, so like we were having a bit of a chat before coming on stream tonight, and you know, many people in crypto would be the same. When we're mentioning about, shit coining and building projects, and in my 4 years of crypto, I've kind of tried so many different things. I've experienced so many different things. I've kind of dabbled in pretty much everything going out there. And something that we were just chatting about before, it's nice to actually knuckle down and get some focus. And I'm sure Utah, you weren't there when we were chatting, but I'm sure you would agree on this, that, we were, I've had the feeling of being spread quite thin before, but to be able to knuckle down and focus on one or two projects that you're working on and just put all your effort back into those things, it's quite bloody refreshing, to be honest.
Yeah, for sure. Especially if it benefits the other protocols that you've already launched. That's always enjoyable. Like everything I do going forward will be that way. And yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's cool to benefit stuff that you've already built and stuff that works well. And I like especially Blaze, right? Like we cut our teeth on Blaze. So building something that helps Blaze, man, it's gonna be amazing. I'm so stoked for it. Alpha drop.
So here, a big thing, right? So obviously the Blaze original 8 people in the Blaze team, big team. We were all fired up, worked our asses off together. Many people used to say, surely having 8 people in the team is a disaster. And we were all like, no, it's not. It's fucking awesome. All the positives with it. But after all the positives, all the negatives started. So with that in mind, how have you found working with because most projects maybe 3 4 people in the team, the six pack, it's called the six pack. How have you found it having 5 other guys to work with?
I think it's been, for the most part, a really great, team effort and really great relationships that, we've strengthened while doing this. It's been a lot of calls. I think everybody was, for the most part, very open-minded to other people's viewpoints. And, we all kind of have a different way of thinking, which sometimes could be, a long discussion and sometimes it's a great discussion, right? So, I've had nothing but positives being in this, and I've learned a hell of a lot as well.
Yeah. So I mean, what have you got any info? Have you any information on Buildify? I've heard of James speak about it a few times in the Sunday Spaces. Not really divulge into it too much, but I know, what information have you got for us, or where are you at with it?
Yeah, so it is a fair launch crypto launch pad basically, and I'm sure we're gonna have a stream very shortly discussing very in heavy detail and everything. But overall, it's going to be a project where you will be able to build upon other tokens that are on ETH, on tokens that are built on ETH. Pretty much everything that's not a tax token will be able to be built upon. So everything in the ecosystem that's not a tax token, anybody's going to be being able to build a project on that, basically.
I mean, but the possibilities of that sound kind of endless.
Yeah.
And the fact it's taken you guys so long to build this thing, kind of tells me that there's quite a bit to it, quite a lot of different. I still like. I know no more information than anybody else out there. If you're watching this, you know as much information as I do. I'm just picking together bits and pieces that I've heard over the last few months. But it really does sound like there's going to be a hell of a lot of options in this thing. Would it be right to think that?
Yeah, absolutely. So on these tokens, you're going to be able to basically customize them as much as you want, really. The main LP, the image, the name, the ticker, all the socials, you'll have mint options, the ETH allocations, post mint options, LP fee distribution. So it's going to be, basically what we deal with as crypto token builders and owners and stuff like that. It's going to be that, but for people that want to release them for way cheaper, audit free, everything.
It sounds pretty insane. And would you guys have taken a lot of the learnings from all these launches that everybody in the team have done over the last couple of years and kind of put all that experience into the project?
Yeah, I would 100% say that's the case. And I think that's the only reason why this project, how it came about, is actually through the trials and tribulations that we've all had throughout TitanX, basically the TitanX ecosystem. All of our projects released, figured out what we like, what we don't like, how, a person that's not necessarily, a builder would build a token. What would they want, and we have a laundry list of phase 2 options that we are going to have, but this is going to be a very cheap, streamlined way for people to be a token owner and a true DeFi builder, really.
I wonder then, okay, so would there be potential for the likes of myself in Utah to use this thing to build tokens that could potentially help Blaze as well?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you make of that, Utah?
Yeah, well, I'm already, I'm already looking at how I can use it to help Inferno. You know what I mean? I think Blaze is going to get plenty of love, but hey, I mean, if we can help, if whatever we can do, for sure. And listening to you guys talk and listening to Smooth talk just now, that is a major difference with the people they have on that team versus the people we had on Blaze team in that situation, right? Because Blaze was the first for all of us. So these guys, between them, how many protocols have been launched between you guys? Holy shit. Over a dozen, easy. So I
Probably
think that
the dude's probably done a dozen by himself.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
the Tower 28. So, I mean, he's got 28 in that one tower.
So I think that's probably a really big difference because there's a lot more experience now between you guys. Whereas if we came together now with the big team and everybody had already launched protocols, then there wouldn't be so much speculation on which direction to go because we've already seen what works, what doesn't, and what we would improve on. So, yeah, I think that's a big difference because I was thinking to myself, like, there's no way in hell I'd ever join a team that big again. But now that I hear you talk about it, yeah, I could see where it would work.
Yeah, just wanted, while you mentioned the TAR 28, we've only at the minute we've only got 42 people tuned in so far this week. Last week with the projects that we talked about were the best performing coins the next day. Nothing like I'll say this, it had nothing to do with ban them or anything like that, but we do cover things that we see has potential in the ecosystem. The dude was on here talking about the Yanis TAR 28. I'm pretty sure it was at the bottom of this candle. I think it was even during the stream. We had this run up during the stream, and it continued on here. So, I've been saying this for weeks now. Where people that tune in here definitely get alpha every single week.
Yeah. And I just looked it up. It is basically on the bottom of that candle when you guys had that stream.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically right there.
There's been a couple of times that we've been chatting about stuff on streams and you literally see the stuff going whoop, whoop. But yeah, I'm really okay. The TAR, whenever dude come on and spoke about it the first week, I actually thought it was pretty damn epic and said back then that this is the kind of thing people will probably copy. But yeah, I mean, I think this thing's got massive potential.
There's just so much leverage on it. It really is just, and it has a lot of different LPs in and of itself too already.
Yeah. So it's looking good. All right. So sorry, I just got a wee bit sidetracked there, but I did want to bring that up. So the team, you know, the dudes on there. He's built a lot of really quality projects. James, Baby Dragon X is on there. Yourself, you've launched Fleur. Dave has got Awesome X out there. Am I missing anybody? Rich is obviously on the team as well. Rich has got now he's a part of the Blaze team.
Mhm.
He has launched, and another thing that's completely underrated is what he's done with that smoke token. So yeah, a lot of quality builds, and I'm looking forward to getting more and more information about it. Have you got there is no white paper released or anything yet? Is there, or you're in audits though, aren't you?
Yeah, so we're currently in our first audit, and the white paper has not been released. I believe we're going to have a stream this week going over the white paper, possibly the DApp as well.
And how are you feeling with the way the build has went so far? That's James mentioned testnet. Is there a public testnet coming as well?
Yeah, I don't know the exact date on the public testnet, but there will be a public testnet. Yep.
Okay, and how
So
have you been
people,
feeling with how that's how private testing and what it looks like so far? How are you feeling with with where it's at?
I think it's going really well. I think we've tested it a lot, and there's been a lot of stuff that we've found, and I'm looking forward to hopefully people finding other stuff if they do. But overall, it'll be really nice to see how the people like the way it looks, how you can really customize these tokens, you know, from just a meme to like real DeFi. So I think it's going to be awesome just to see the public's view on it.
With all the stuff that I've learned from building in Titanx and, you know, helping other people build projects, all the things that I've seen people do, all the different tweaks, I'm just wondering how much of that you can actually pull into a launch pad. I'm really interested to see what you've come up with, because, you know, we've seen a lot of different iterations on things within the ecosystem, and yeah, just I'm wondering what on earth of all these different things you could have pulled into a launch pad.
Yeah. Like I said, it's really, you know, social stuff, social, you know, Telegram, Twitter, websites, all that, mint options, the ETH allocations, the post mint options, and the LP fees. So, I mean, there's a lot of different stuff you can do within all of those categories. And, you know, the mint options, for example, you have the fair launch duration of the token. So you could do 28 minutes to 88 days for the launch period.
28 minutes, nice, love it. Oh, you best be ready for that one.
Yeah, I don't know if these numbers are subject to change or not, but you basically can do the how many tokens equal a ETH, and you know how the LP you want it to be set up, total LP allocation. There, you know, just kind of how our principles in Titan are. We've really tried to tailor this to that, basically.
Yeah, that's right. Because James was asked on the Sunday Space, was it a build on Titanx protocol? Did it meet the criteria? And he pretty much kind of said no, it doesn't itself, but everything that's built on it does. The only thing is,
Yeah, I mean, pretty much everything that's built using the protocol is absolutely Titanx ethos.
when are we releasing some information, Utah? See, Rich is in the chat now saying, "What's up, folks? When are we getting some information about our project out?"
I don't know. Formally, we don't have a real good timeline, so we're going to need to get together and discuss how we're going to start flowing that out.
Yeah,
right now we'll just kind of drop something. It's a little early, I think, for anything for anything formal. We're getting close, but I think it's still a bit early for anything formal.
Bullshit, we need to get cracking, boy.
Well, there's 3 of us on the team, so take a vote and I'll roll with whatever.
Yeah. All right. What have we got? Wealth X is asking, are there any real world assets, actual use case on Titanic ecosystem, and talking about AI agents, actual useless something that actually does something, not just burn tokens? No, there's no real world assets in Titanx ecosystem. It, in a way, to me, is its own real world asset. You know, we're all here building on it, trying to make something of it.
Yeah, I mean, we do have AI agents for Titanx, so I don't know. You know, people have AI people shilling Titanx forever. You know, so I don't know. I don't know what this is, to be honest.
Well, I'm a little suspect of the name.
Yeah, it's
So I will
Yeah.
say that. I will say
see,
that.
it's definitely a troll here, but worth bringing that up anyway. Look,
Yep.
there's Rich is chiming in now. TikTok motherfuckers. Yeah, you're right, Rich. TikTok indeed. Again, I had heard a little bit of the space on Sunday, and it sounds like there is quite a lot coming in the next few months with the ecosystem. Utah, you were on the space. You're there every week. What's the story? What else is happening in the ecosystem? It sounds like there's a lot coming in the next few months.
Well, mainly what Buildify is doing, what we're doing. It seemed like there was one more, but I'm having a
Steve,
hard time. What's that? Oh yeah, Steve DeFi.
right?
Yep, he's gonna provide a use case for Volt tokens on a liquidity fork.
Was Oren mentioned at all for from Shadowy? Is that mentioned?
Yes, in Orin also, but Steve DeFi said tentative launch date on the 28th, so that's the 2-year anniversary for that. And then I haven't heard anything as far as any kind of launch date for Orin. So
Okay, well, even those few things in itself, you know, we'll have our project should be coming. We should have information dropping soon. Buildify's already in the first audit. Can't wait for more information to come on that. If you're just tuning in, Smooth's been saying that they probably will have a stream dropping maybe all the alpha or a lot of alpha with what Buildify is. So yes, definitely stay tuned for that.
Yeah, and I'll just reiterate what it is if people are coming in. Buildify is a platform to allow build on tokens on pretty much any Titanx protocol that's not a tax token. But we also allow build on other tokens in the whole crypto space as well. But a percentage of the revenue burns X28 forever.
What do you make of that, Utah? More. Okay, I'll ask you. But I was going to go to Utah there, but I'll ask you, Smooth. You know, it's a big choice to put all this effort from a big team like you've got, time, money, effort, emotions, all into a project that's taken this long to build. And you've mentioned that it will burn a little bit of X28 forever. You know, what drove you guys to pick X28? You could have just picked Titanx to burn a little bit of Titanx forever. Why X28? Because, and the reason I'm asking this is because, you know, there are people in the ecosystem that think X28 is a waste of time, that you know, it's a dead token, there's no point in building on it. Eric had even said a few weeks ago, don't touch it until Jake comes back. You know, with those kind of sentiments, you know, what's your feelings on X28 and your decision to run with that as what you're going to burn?
I mean, it is an omni-chain token, and it is a lot lighter than Titanx. I mean, the amount that you can do on X28 by, you know, pumping price, burning it, whatever, is a lot easier of access than trying to really make like a major dent in Titanx and raise the price in Titanx. But at the end of the day, you know, a lot of our projects, you know, X28 burns a crap ton of Titanx. So if we bring it to parity or over, then more Titanx will be burnt as well. So it hasn't been built on as much as Titanx, but with Buildify, it doesn't take many projects to do this. And, instead of people spending 30, 40, 50 grand on projects, it's free. It's $20, it's whatever.
That's
So a lot could happen very quickly is all I can say.
nice. I love it. What's your take on that, Utah?
Well, you know how I am. I'm an X28 bull, bro. I don't care. I'm a believer till the end. That fucker can go to 0. I'll still be shouting it. But don't get me started. We saw it the other day. Shit, we saw what happened to Flare.
Yep.
Holy shit. And I don't know if you tuned into that stream on Saturday or if you had a chance to listen to it smooth. You're probably too busy. But anyway, we were talking about that pump when like 20K worth of buy pressure came into X28. And then to top it off, that same dude, I think, went over there and bought Flare.
Yep.
And then he bought some Bonfire and really pumped the shit out of those two. But I shared about what I saw happen with Inferno X. So he only bought X28K. He did not buy any Inferno X. And it pumped the shit out of Inferno X. And I went through and I started looking at all the buys. No buys came in at all. That was just from the pairing with X28 that shot Inferno X up. So that was mind-blowing to me with the liquidity bonding on that. And that was pretty awesome. And I think, okay, essentially, if you're burning X28, you're essentially, whatever the amount of X28 that you're burning is basically, you can times that by 2 on how much Titan X you're burning, right? Because you already got a 50% burn on the Titan X when they came in to make X28. So if you're burning 5% X28, technically you're burning 10% Titan X. Correct me if I'm wrong. Plus, it's the omni-chain version. So if you plan on going to other chains with this, which they've already stated that they wanted to, X28 is the way to go. And I think it's awesome anytime anybody uses X28. And man, there's a million different ways to use X28 besides just pairing a token with it. I mean, we did it with stacks. There's places that you can drop it into your protocol and just kind of plug and play. And when you use that, you can push any Titan X in your protocol. You can push through that X28 contract. And there's your burn right there. Now all of a sudden you got an instant burn, and you don't have to allocate a certain percent of the economic energy coming in to burn Titan X, if that makes sense. You can just push it through that loop and burn that 50%. So it's massive. There's a lot of different ways to use it, and I think people are sleeping on it. And looks like Mr. WealthX posted something here. Maybe we need to bring that comment up.
Yeah, I'll bring it up in a wee second.
Okay.
Yeah, just you were mentioning there about the smooth. There's not much built on X28 yet. We've kind of stuck to our guns. We believe the potential's there. People, shying away from it. Our project does utilize X28, and we're going to have Buildify utilizing X28, and then who knows what else is coming in the future and what else will be done with or launched with Buildify whenever it's launched.
Yeah, and Flare does it as well. So we auto burn, basically auto mint X28 every time Titan X comes in.
Yep. So thanks for answering the question. I'm not a troll. Sorry for calling you a troll then. WealthX, I've been in Titan X since the beginning, since the narrative in crypto right now is real world assets. That's why I ask. Yeah.
So I would say to that, I think whatever Jake is building, I think will probably fit this narrative in one way or another. Something like this, real world assets, AI, something to that effect. I think it's going to be massive. So I think that's coming, honestly. So I would not fade that. And sorry, I was talking shit too. We thought you were trolling, so we were talking shit. Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah.
I see Slim in the chat. Cheers for tuning in again. Slim, the bomb was just dropped for Slim. He just realized that the project's called Buildify. So congratulations, Slim. You're caught up.
You know, I let so just to interject real quick, we named the stream, rate cuts are bullish.
Yep.
And it's like we've all just been waiting for these rate cuts, like son of a bitch, too late, Jerome Powell, all this other shit. We got 64 people watching and we're getting a rate cut tomorrow. This is how bad we've all been brutalized. Everybody's been absolutely fucking brutalized if you're an altcoin holder. We got a rate cut coming tomorrow and still crypto's pretty damn quiet, man. And what do you guys think? We just get the 25? We just get the 25 base point? Or do you think Jerome comes in with the shocker and does a half? What do you guys think?
I would be shocked if after all this time he came in with the half, but I'd been surprised before. So I think my gut feeling is 25. But it might be 50. I don't know.
Yeah. Polymarket's like 94%, saying it's going to be a 0.25%. And then, there's a few people saying, they think it's going to be a half. But man, and I talked to one of my buddies just before I jumped on this call. And I said, we're probably getting a rate cut tomorrow. He's like, 0.5. Powell knows he's too late.
Instantly.
Started saying all this shit. Powell knows he's too late. He's got a lot of catching up to do. He's coming in with the 0.5. And I was like, well, I'll take a fucking 0.5 if he wants to do that, because I think that will officially kick everything off. But
yep.
I think we could only dream, I think. But it would be nice.
Well, I mean, they did it last year, right before the election. So I don't know. Like I said, I've been shocked before. So a 0.5 would really set, I think, a lot of stuff off and hopefully send the rest of this year, these, Q4 just blazing.
The fuck out of here with that shit.
Oh, nice one, Rich. Yeah, that's it.
That's your PTSD talking, Rich.
One more shakeout, Rich. One more shakeout.
I can't deal with another one. I couldn't believe you posted that. Get out of here, Rich.
Oh, nice. Yeah, just looking the bubbles today. Ascend taking an awesome X and Ascend leading the way today. I wonder what's going on. Ascendant can pump pretty damn hard whenever it does. See, it does get a lot of these big green bubbles, but seems to pull back a little bit. I don't know. Look at a quick look, because I was about to talk about it last week, and then somebody asked me a question about a different chart. Ascend, just to get a quick look at what is going on. Yeah, look, the volatility's right there. Two big wicks. Wick down, wick up. Yeah. Holy shit. The bubble's huge. Let me see that. Maybe the bubble's reading that, counting that wick still or something, is it?
It might be, to be honest.
Yeah, it looks like it is. Yeah, it looks like it is.
It's just a bit, I think it's a bit delayed, more so than.
Yeah, all right. We've got Slims in the chat there now saying 3 rate cuts in the next 6 months. Fuck. Yeah, a lot of people on Twitter calling for, saying our bags are going to start pumping in the next 3 days. So I've heard that before.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, usually there's a lot of volatility right around the actual Fed speaking, whatever it may be, cuts or hikes or whatever. So even though it might be positive news for a cut, there could still be some volatility. So buckle up for a bit. But as far as the outlook goes, it's kind of the signal we needed, right? That we've been waiting for.
Yep. Even let's have a quick look at Titanex. Just ranging still. Actually, I got this on the weekly because Rich got me to have a look at the weekly with this bullish engulfing candle last week. When were we chatting before with this big bullish engulfing candle here, and everything was looking shit hot, and then with red last week. Hopefully we'll get to see some sort of turnaround again here next week. Or sorry, this week. Did you guys see this shit going on? Gabriel Haynes opening up one of Richard Hart's tablets.
I did see that, and like he says, go, you can play it if you want, man. Oh shit.
Foundation.
This is the first time I've seen it.
I have received a mysterious package to my address here from the Blocklit Foundation. I'd like to see what it is. It's very thin, very light. Is it a dildo? Maybe for a very small man. But let's see. What is this? Some Richard Hart pulse chain merch. How about that? So I can draw shit on the go. I heart Richard. Beautiful. Thank you to the Hexicians. This is definitely a scam. Hex is already at 0. You don't need me to tell you that. See you next time, babe.
So, right, Hex is that good or is that bad?
It's got 76K. I don't know. It's got.
I mean, they say there's no such thing as bad publicity, but homeboy's just clowning and telling you already know it's a scam and it already went to 0. I mean, I don't know, bro. I mean, maybe.
He put the ad in the tweet though.
I know, it's like you couldn't get a bigger advert like for it, and that you literally couldn't. Everybody knows this guy. Everybody in crypto knows this guy. He's literally wrote "I love Richard" and stuck it right out. Like you say, 86. You said 76K views.
Jesus,
It's just jumped 11K views. Since
I have received a mysterious.
That was because I brought that up about an hour ago. So it's got another 11,000. It's reached another 11,000 people in the last hour alone. Like this, he's a popular dude. And if you just even look at, I know the Hexicans are awesome at this. Hex and Pulse Chain community are awesome at this, but like 1.5K likes, 560 reposts, 559 comments. I mean, like I say, this guy is popular, but like 62 likes, 6 retweets, 17 comments. The engagement just for that Richard Hart thing is fucking through the roof.
yeah.
It's fucking horrendous. What the fuck? So, on opinions of whether it's good or bad, I think it's, in my opinion, it's pretty damn good. Well done. Like literally, I love Richard right in your fucking face.
Yeah, they should have clipped it. They should have clipped the end of it, unless they want to come back with like some kind of I mean, in don't get me wrong, I am not fudding Hex. Okay, I got bags of Hex. I like Hex. Before there was any Titan X, I had Hex, right, and I still do. But like maybe there's got to be a redemption, like a redemption video when Hex starts pumping or something like that. You know, I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it because the way it ended, you know. And it's hard. It's hard. It's just like if that was Titan X right now. You look at the chart on Titan X right now, you're like, oh shit, yeah. Hard to shill that chart, you know. I mean, we got vision and we know what's going on and we know the mechanics, but that chart, you know, right now doesn't look good and it's hard to shill. So I mean, no doubt in my mind, Hex reverses, no doubt in my mind, Titan X reverses. It's all good. But yeah, I don't know. If I'm an outsider watching that, I don't know. I might go to Hex just to look at it though. I might just say, "Oh, really? Hex? What's Hex?" and go look at it. So maybe it does accomplish what it's trying to do, you know.
Yeah, I think overall it's an absolute great marketing for it. So I mean, anything with tens of thousands of views in crypto right now is good marketing, in my opinion.
Yeah, and you got to hand it to the Hexicans. We've got a lot of people in Titan X, a lot of community members that just bitch. They just
Yeah.
bitch. Oh, founders should market, founders this, founders that. It's the founders' fault and all this other stuff. Man, you fuckers could learn something from the goddamn Hexicans because they don't point fingers about people doing marketing. They fucking get out there in the trenches, man. And I tell you what, love them or hate them, they're there.
Yep.
You cannot kill these fuckers. These people are out there and they're just shilling and working for their bags. A lot of times it gets real bad, real toxic in some of the chats and that. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes it could be handled better, but one thing's for sure, they ain't fucking going away. And there's a lot of people in the Titan X community that can learn a lot from them as far as working for your bags goes.
Yep.
Yeah, just on saying that as well, Utah, you're saying about them not fucking going anywhere. I think we do have a nice solid core people here in Titan X. A lot of people, all right, yes, the community has been fairly decimated. It's hard to tell the number of holders that are still here, but there are definitely a lot of fucking dedicated people still here, still working. Even, you see, Weaponhead put out these votes the other day. Weapon. Let me find that. Weaponhead. And the reason I mentioned this is Crypto Connoisseur was straight in going, if I don't fucking win this thing, I'm leaving. I've been here busting my ass day after day, week after week, turning out content for you motherfuckers. If I don't win this vote, I'm leaving. Let's see. But I thought this was kind of cool. Look, I haven't done any votes yet. Let's see. All right. Anybody in the chat, you can cast my vote on this one. Yeah, Jake himself, who's the most dedicated Titan X community member or founder. I wonder, is Jake gonna get voted out of this? Jake, Plan A, Darko, or Chuck Boy. First comment in the chat, I'll place the vote. What have we got here? Mike Dean live. I don't think Mike Dean's gonna get ever outvoted in one of these things. Do you?
I doubt it.
No. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. It seemed bad sports actually got through the first round.
Get the fuck out of here with that shit. I saw that too. Let's see. Oh man, I'm in this one.
Oh, you're up against Weaponhead. Oh, I already voted for you. Look.
Oh, nice. Thank you. True colors showing right now. You're scrolling. Man, what if that checkbox wasn't by my name?
One, I voted for Crypto Connoisseur in this one.
That's a tough bracket.
That's a real tough bracket.
Just
keep in mind we're talking about the Titan X community, not private mastermind. But hey, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Actually, see on this, just because nobody's commented yet, but Darko is in here every fucking week. He's not here tonight, but love him or hate him, I'm gonna just stick my vote in for Darko.
What the hell are you talking about? Plan A's hosting spaces every Sunday, bro.
Yeah, it doesn't matter anyway. He's not gonna win.
Yeah, it's hard to believe anybody would, beat Jake. So
yeah, I can't change my vote anyway. Utah, it's done. But that was I thought that was quite fun, quite a fun idea for Weaponhead to put that one out. Another guy who's, he's not doxed, but he's just there working, creating content all the time, never giving up on the ecosystem. So we've got a fucking strong community behind all this stuff, and all we need is those green candles to really pull it out.
Yeah, and we do. For the most part, I mean, The only ones that are left are soldiers. That's it. Soldiers, only soldiers left, man. And I don't know. Darko's a soldier, but yet he's a futter. Darko is an enigma. He is like, dude called him the other day. He called him the resident futter, like our Titan X resident futter. Like, yet he fudding all the time, but yet he's still here.
Yeah,
He's still
nowhere
here.
else to go.
He's like, yeah, I'm not going anywhere, guys. Come on, seriously, I'm here, but I think I
Well,
have some things to say.
Yeah, he's like, I'm
Maybe
here,
they
but I'm gonna bitch
maybe-
the whole time.
Yeah, maybe Wealth X is Darko as well. He's got that many aliases. It's cool, guys. Listen to all your streams. Big Bag Holder, Titan X, Dragon X. Just looking to make some more purchases along the line of my question. Well, here's one for you. Keep an eye out for Buildify and launch your own token on Buildify. What about that? Launch your own thing into the Titan X ecosystem on Buildify.
Yeah, and I'll add another piece of the lore with Buildify as well. Is say you're building on other real world assets, built on Ethereum. I shouldn't say real world assets, but say you're building on a token on Ethereum. We are going to not only start a new LP with everything for the new built on token, but we're also going to add to an existing LP. None of these can be rugged. This is unruggable tokens. But we're going to add to an existing LP and constantly be building that. So like ETH, like Doge, ETH should be Inu, and constantly adding. So that's going to constantly have, revenue for X28 and all the other stuff that we're doing. So a lot is going to be pushing.
I don't know whether you can say this or not, but Buildify, there's no token with it, is there? There's no token with it. He hasn't got its own token.
No token. Yeah, we've seen how other Launchpad tokens go, and they're terrible. I mean, it just doesn't. Obviously, it needs more time, but it has not looked good. And I don't want to be reliant on a token for the platform to shill the token or the platform. I'd rather just talk about the platform, what it can do for other people's token.
Okay, awesome. All right. Look, I'm gonna start wrapping up with that. And I've been pretty ill the last few days. I want to get an early night. Just saying to you, Utah, and just saying to you, backstage smooth. Audit time in my real life business. This time of year, and it's fucking torture, absolute torture. I wanted to take the day off sick yesterday, and literally just couldn't actually do it. I had to go in and sit with an auditor all day. It was pretty grim. So anything else you guys want to cover before we start wrapping up?
Maybe post that Telegram for Buildify in the chat so everybody knows, that's.
They've got a Telegram. I didn't even know that. They've got a Telegram, yeah.
Oh yeah. Late to the
I'll
party
post it.
there, buddy.
Definitely. All right, let me actually get this up, and we shall, because there's definitely a Twitter or X page, isn't there? There's build. Okay, so Buildify _win on X. There's Smooth popped it into. I'm gonna go.
Yeah, our pinned one as well on the first tweet.
All right. Okay. Sweet. So yeah, at Buildify _win if you want to find it on X. The first post here is gonna be for the Telegram chat. What have you got? Only a few posts. I seen that first post go out the other day. Audits are starting now. Platform reveal stream next week. Okay. Well, next week. That was posted last week, so that tells you something.
Yeah, like I said, Thursday or Friday should be DApp reveal, white paper, hopefully.
Okay, and good morning, fair launch, MemeFi and DeFi fam. It's a new era and 100% fully transparent fair launch platforms, and Buildify is the trailblazer. Public testnet launch date on Sepolia and white paper will be announced this week. And yes, we're running a live stream event which shall be posted soon. Fuck, epic stuff. There's going to be a clash of launch dates. So there is. We're all going to be in the back chat here discussing when we can launch our projects and not clash with each other again.
Yeah, that's what happened with the late November last year. Everybody was trying to launch something.
I must go and join this Telegram.
We got faked out though. We got faked out on our alt season. You know,
Yep.
we all thought we were off to the races. You know, so now we got a second chance. You know, here we are, fucking halfway through September. Son of a bitch. God help us. God help us. Bring us this alt season.
Just
Not
for a
like we
little
haven't-
bit. Make me
not
feel
like we-
something for a little bit.
Yeah, not like we haven't fucking worked for it. God damn it.
Yeah,
right.
it's like
right.
Bring
that
it. Bring
yesterday,
us this alt season.
That's like that's us battling through crypto from fucking 2021 to now.
Missing all
Yeah,
the flames. Yeah, right.
It's oh yeah. Yeah, absolutely. It's like, what the hell? I mean, I should have made a list of all the shit that's happened during the bear market. And there's been a million. I watched USDC lose its peg. Okay.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. I mean, I've seen a lot of shit happen. My God. So, Slim 20x October. Let's go, buddy. Right on.
That's it. You. Let's go, Slim.
Let's
I like
go,
that.
October. Let's
I like
go.
that.
Rectember's nearly over.
Been
Okay,
84
Flo, it's
years.
been 84 years. Yeah, no shit, man. It really has.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
son, when I was doing this, man, my son was in junior high. Okay, he was in junior high. I remember his football team won the championship, and that's when, yeah, his football team won the championship. I was buying Hex. There was no Titan X yet or any of that. Well, okay, let's fast forward. Okay, this is all during this bear market. Okay, he's a fucking dad now. Okay, has a
That's
full-
crazy.
he's a dad now. Got a full-time job, his own truck. Him and his girl and the baby. Okay, they rent my basement from me. Okay, and now my son, you know, is towering over me. He's put on a ton of weight. It's like, okay, in this time frame, same with Ali. In this time frame, Ali's became a grandpa and a father.
Yep.
You know,
Fucking right. Yeah. Exactly.
A
I've had another
father and-
grandson.
yeah, a
Nice.
father and a grandson during this fucking bear market. Okay, Titan X launched all this. Oh my God, we're building protocols. Holy shit, a lot's happened.
So yes, definitely. This is fucking just. I mean, how nice would it be just to see something like this fucking rip? We're here for it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like the sound of October. That sounds good.
Yeah,
Fuck
good to
yeah,
see you
let's
here again,
go.
Duke. Thanks for tuning in again, Duke. And yeah, K-Flow, cheers for tuning in, man. Appreciate it. Okay, so you probably be. It is Tuesday today, so yeah, Thursday or Friday, a couple of days' time, you'll be doing this stream. What are you? Is there a white paper to drop, or are you just gonna like show the DAP? What's the story, Smooth?
I believe it's going to be all inclusive, right? So it should be a white paper, should be a DAP reveal, it should be walkthroughs, like all of that. So it's going to be
Who's going to be? Who's your dedicated streamer? You've got a team of absolute legends there.
yeah.
Who's going to be streaming, putting all the information out?
I think all of us are. To be honest, I know Dude is going to be more of camera off because he's not at his actual setup. But we should all be there, and you know we're all going to just be talking about it, just being bullish the whole time. To be honest.
So, you know what I'd love to do? Do you remember? I don't know if you remember back in the early day, the real early days of this channel. We used to bring on. I think there was some weeks I think I had up to like 9 or 10 people on the stream all at once, getting quick fire opinions, quick fire questions, and going around the room. I'd love to get all 5 or 6 of you on a stream at once and hit you up for a shit ton of questions just for a bit of fun and a bit of crack, something a little bit different, and to help build a bit of hype behind Buildify. I can even there's so many quick fire questions I could hit you guys with about what we've been through in these last couple of years, not even just the bear market, but just the last couple of years in Titan X. So let your teammates know if they're asked them, maybe if they'll all be up for maybe coming on next Tuesday night.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll definitely put it in the chat. I know that I think, once we kind of are more public with all the information, I think it's really going to be a tag team effort of everybody kind of pulling their weight and going on different streams and stuff like that. But I think next Tuesday, that'd be really awesome. Getting everybody back and having a massive panel and stuff like that. That'd be fun.
Well, because I think it, we've been saying this for a few weeks now on this show that we've started. Utah and Rich did the Sunday or Saturday Tight Necks community spaces. We've seen the need for it a few weeks back. Maybe a couple of months ago we were talking about it. The need to have community spaces, the community of unity, everybody working together again to help each other. So I'll certainly do what I can to help you guys, and hopefully that goes vice versa. And the more people we get on these streams chatting every week, the more people do, the more people there are on here, the more people tune in, and the more information that gets spread out and helps everybody.
Absolutely. Yeah, I couldn't agree more, to be honest. And I think people, once there's a big kind of group, you feel the vibe, everybody's talking over each other to get out a point, and it's just all crazy. I love it.
Yeah, so I'd really love to do that next week, actually. So yeah, definitely we'll try and pull that one together for next week.
Awesome. Yeah, I'll drop it in our chat.
All right, sweet. Utah, what about the community spaces last Saturday? How did that go? And I was only in the comments section. Were you happy with how it went? I think it got up to about 150 views in the end.
Yeah, I really enjoy doing it, and I really was glad that Rich was on there, man. We were turning over rocks and pulling out little bits of alpha here and there that I think nobody even thinks about, dude. We were down in the weeds, and I absolutely enjoyed doing it. Like I said, I never really set out to be a streamer, but god damn it, sometimes you just got to do it. Nobody else is doing it. Can't really wait on people to do it, but
you and Rich both.
Yeah, for sure. We're just like, neither one of us were setting out to be streamers, but we pay attention to stuff that's going on in the ecosystem, and we see things. I think we see things that a lot of people overlook, especially when it comes to X28. And when we got our confirmation the other day, just with the small amount of buy pressure that came in and shot those protocols up, it's like, yep, flight check, yep, good to go, all systems go, we're ready.
Yeah, I mean, just you saying that, I'm glad that we have got, that we've got that build on X28 protocol in the works, and that we've stuck to our guns. What is there anything in particular you're looking to cover this Saturday, Utah? Or?
No, it was really never meant to cover anything. It was just kind of a Tight Necks community stream. I love answering the questions that come up in the chat. Hey, look at this. Hey, what about this? And the main focus with Saturday is that it's 100% Tight Necks. That stream is 100% Tight Necks, dedicated Tight Necks. The weekly Blaze, we kind of cover a little bit of everything. It's mainly Tight Necks.
It's not so much shit.
Yeah, and we cover mainly Tight Necks, but we also cover a lot of pulse chain stuff too. So the one on Saturday is just purely Tight Necks.
So there, last week we give a shout out on here last week to say anybody that's in the ecosystem or anybody that wants to learn more about Tight Necks, come along to the Saturday stream. It's on this channel, the Blaze channel, 8 p.m. in the UK. I think what's that going to be? Something like 5 or 3 p.m. Eastern time. Would that be right?
Yeah, 3 p.m. EST. And what we really want is like, if you guys are any of the community members want to come on stream, ask questions, talk about anything, man, anybody, we'll send you a link and you can pop on, and you don't have to show your face. You don't have to dox yourself. It's all good. Yeah. So we want everybody to come join, and let's rally this, man. Let's get this going again. I just think back to how it was, man, when we were pumping and we had everybody streaming in that first anniversary. Holy shit, dude. We had everybody in their dog, and it was so fun. And I just really want to try to bring that back.
Yeah, so anybody watching, say if you want to learn more about Tight Necks, or if you're already here, pop in, help us hype this thing up, help us, get the snowball rolling down the hill, help us gather more momentum. It takes streams, it takes sharing content, and it takes people coming in here asking questions. Every little comment or every little extra view all helps. So if you're yeah, tune in on Saturday and get in the comments, or feel free to hit me or Utah up and we can get you on screen chatting as well. Anybody at all wants to come on and chat, hit us up. Okay, Utah, any closing comments? Anything you want to say before we call it a day?
No, don't fade us. Don't fade this ecosystem. Don't fade these builders. Do not fade the Blaze team.
Do not fade us. That's it. Underdogs are fucking taking over. We're taking it back. We're taking it all back.
Let's go.
Smooth, what about you? Any last comments or closing comments?
Yeah, follow Buildify_win on Twitter for updates on the stream that's going to be coming up and going over the DApp and the white paper, hopefully. This is going to be a massive protocol, and I think it's going to really unleash the community on the Titan-X ecosystem. No more are the days that we have to wait for 8 months, 8 weeks for things to be built and audits, and we are going to be able to build true DeFi, unruggable assets for free as much as we want. So I can't stress enough. Exactly. So I mean, it's going to be massive. It's going to lock up so much liquidity of Titan-X, and I couldn't be more excited to show what we built. So thanks for having me on, Ali.
Yeah, awesome, man. It's really glad to have you back on stream chatting again. Yeah, hopefully we'll get you all back on next week. And yeah, I'm sure, no doubt, we're all here to put more effort in and be back on here even in the coming weeks as well. So yeah, cheers. Really good to see you again. And I'm really excited for what you guys have got. Everybody, make sure you keep your eye out on the Buildify and tune in to the stream. It's like everything. The more views, the more shares. I'm really interested to see what people start to fucking build once you get this thing out. It could be,
I'm really excited to see it.
All right. So yeah, cheers for coming on, man. Chat soon.
All right, guys.
Utah's hiding there. Yeah. All right. Thanks everybody for tuning in again tonight. It's hold on, we'll get K-Flow's comment. It's been 84 years. Sorry, a few comments are just quickly. Even though it's been rough, the last 2 years have flown by. They sure have, without doubt. Get the band back together. Get everybody back together. Get everybody back streaming. Everybody back creating content, and the community. Fuck it. Bring Richie B back. What about that for a controversial statement? Where is Richie B? He actually disappeared before all the best parts, didn't he? Wow. Utah talking about USDC unpegging. What about Richie B's notorious, I don't know what you call it, mental breakdown live on Twitter over the space of a week? Duke Booze, thanks guys. Duke, I see you're here, there, and everywhere. I've seen you're popping up in comment sections all over the place. So cheers for all the effort you're putting in for the ecosystem and over on Pulse Chain as well. Rich, please don't. No, we definitely don't want to bring Richie B back. Fuck that. We are the community of unity, but yeah, we'll see what happens. So look, thanks everybody for tuning in. I hope you got some alpha there tonight. We didn't actually dig deep into too much this evening. Basically, we're looking forward to what's coming from the Blaze team, what's coming from the Buildify team, and yeah, exciting times ahead. Tune in to the Sunday community space on on this channel, and yeah, just participate and be there for the ecosystem. I just see this Titan-X for life. If you're in the Titan-X Telegram, go back and scroll up to some comments that I made in the Titan-X Telegram chat on Saturday afternoon. You know, something along the lines of Titan-X for life, Blaze until I die. Yeah. Fuck. Yeah. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Let's just throw that up there. Richie was entertaining. Yeah. Hopefully I'm more entertaining. And on that note, thanks everybody for tuning in. I'll see you all next week, and I'll be in the comment section on the stream on Saturday.
Titan Blaze, the OG we cheer, paying Ethereum dividends, the future's here. 288 days, the cycle's our quest. Ticket holder shine, we're the best. Countdown's close, just a few days to glow. Titan Blaze stakers, let's steal the show. Ethereum dividends flow, our hearts ignite. United we stake in the starry night. 87% the finish line calls. Blaze tokens staked, we break down walls. OG legacy shines, rewards take flight. Together we claim our cosmic might. Titan Blaze, our journey's the key. With every stake token, we're wild and free. 288 days, our future's in view. Stakers united, we see it through.